Indicate them. All right, and please, we shall now move to the panel discussion. We'll invite our brother and Ase. He's the chief steward for Boom Base Block. He is a lecturer at the HTU Marketing Department. He has taught with EPUC, and he has also taught with UEW Distance Education. He's a current Volta lead of Ghana Chamber of Young Entrepreneurs, Volta region. Please, with a round of applause, let us welcome Mr. Emmanuel Zoe Agbesi to lead us in the panel. Please, let's do it for him. Sir, please. Let's kindly draw a seat for you. All right, so I would kindly ask all our 4 speakers for the first session to kindly take their seats. We want to ask a few questions, and then Mr. Emmanuel will take it through. Yes. Yes, please. Just okay.
Hello, everyone. It's still morning, yes. So good morning, everyone. I hope we've been following the discussion so far. All right. So we are come to have this panel discussion. There are some questions that will direct us at the panelists, and then we'll give room to our participants to also ask a few questions that we allow them to address that. So to begin with, there will be direct questions that will come through, and then some will be general to as well. And so we hope to have this more discussive. In the Ghanaian environment, we are used to questions and answers. So let's start. Now, we understand that AI has really sped up in this 4th industrial revolution. AI. And looking at the data we've received, 61% of African businesses cyber attacked, $4.3 million lost in Ghana so far in 2023. Bank of Ghana reports about 3,000 cases reported in 2022. We lost about 56 million Ghana cedis. These are raw data. Now, in the words of Charles Spurgeon, he says that discernment is not when you are able to distinguish between right and wrong, but also when you are able to distinguish between what is right and what is almost right. And cybersecurity has become a major issue to us. I have a colleague who lost about 5,000 Ghana cedis just in purchasing, in attempting to purchase a mobile phone on Instagram. And the account he went to was verified. But the real shop was not a verified.
Check the site. You also look at the bodies they belong to. The banks, they have their bodies. And so you need to, as it were, take it as if you are not buying online, but you are walking to the shop to buy. So walk to the shop in the cyberspace too. So to answer your question, whatever you need to do, work with that place in the cyberspace. Don't use a third-party or intermediary application. Verify, trust, but verify. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So, Mommy, you've said a lot, especially when it comes to the domestic setting, about how parents should regulate their gadgets at home and how they should relate with their children. Can we look at the youth and adults this time around? Because we agree that the children are tech savvy. We are learning a lot. The children are really exposed. What can you say to the youth and the adults to do in terms of digital safety when it comes to the Volta region?
Thank you very much. So for the youth, I have said some already. And one thing Doctor said that I want to repeat is that sometimes in the excitement of using these digital channels, we share a lot of unnecessary information. So information about our personal contacts, our email, our home address, and our location. It is very important to keep them safe. Most of us, when we get to, for example, we came to Stevens right now, we're checking. So everybody knows you are Stevens, and it's all over the world. By the time you get back home, there are thieves in your house. How did they know you were not in the house? They are following your footsteps on the digital space. And so for young people and adults, it's important to protect ourselves by keeping information minimal. One thing we must strive to do in the digital space, in the social media, is to market ourselves, market our businesses. And so let's focus on our strengths, what we have to give to the world, what will boost our career opportunities, what will boost our educational opportunities, what will sell us as individuals, not what would cost us negatively. And so it will be important for us to look at selling our strengths, our positives online. We must also know on which channel we share what. For example, when my brother was talking, he talked about LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a channel that sells you as a professional. So when you get there, you must know what to post there as a professional so that you are sold. Facebook is social, but even within the social space, you must still strive to sell yourself. As parents, we must be careful not to post the images of our children. Particularly, you post the child in the uniform, in your locality, and people know where that child is located. You post information about that child, anybody could pick it, and there are a lot of kidnappers, there are a lot of bad people out there. And so you expose your children to this kind of threats and attacks. And so for all of us, it's important that we are careful how we walk out there.
Thank you. I believe you are learning. Yes, it's wonderful. So, to Honorable Bismarck, the question is, do you think our school system, our educational system, is doing enough in terms of cybersecurity? Then your response will determine how they are doing that.
Well, thank you. I would say they are trying, but not enough. Let's take the basic schools. First, the teachers themselves. What is their level of awareness on cybersecurity? Coming from their training as teachers, and then on-the-job training. A lot of, especially when we go to the public schools, a lot of the students from even primary 2, primary 3, the things they can do online, some of their teachers have no idea. So if you don't have that exposure, how then can you protect the children, help the children? So there is a lot to be done in terms of cyber security awareness or training for teachers, such that they will be in a position to guide their learners. It seems right now our children spend more time with teachers than with parents. And so as you, the parents, can be doing so much at home, but when they are out of the home,